Is it making your life simpler? It's just that simple. Rules to live by. Is what you're doing now or what you're going to do make your life simple, more simple? Simpler, more simple. So I just got done listening to a video by my man Matt McKinley from Quantum of Conscious, not consciousness, but conscious YouTube channel. It's literally my favorite YouTube channel out there. And I'll, if I remember, I'm driving right now, I'll put a link in the show notes for that, because the guy just freaking crushes, man. Anyways, a guy who went deep in the conspiracy starting 15 years ago, spent thousands and thousands and thousands of hours on research. Then he finally realized one day, or over the course of time, when he had written his first book about all the various conspiracies, he goes, all right, so I've identified all these conspiracies. What is the point? Like, what does this do? And then he realized it's all to get me distracted, to keep me from doing what I should be doing, which is living my best life. And he goes, it's such a great thing. I just sit there, I'm thinking, man, kind of like, when I first came to the understanding that Einstein was a fraud, I said, I got to buy all these books on Einstein. I read all these books on Einstein. I said, man, and I have just a ton of, but I've read a ton of books about physics. I read from, not Eddington. No, it wasn't Eddington. Was it Rutherford? I can't remember. No, it wasn't Rutherford. There's another guy. I just read all this stuff. And I'm just like, man, I gotta let everybody know that Einstein physics and basic theoretical physics, never mind astrophysics, it's just a fraud. I gotta let people know. And I got books on top of books, and I wanted the original books, and I said, what is this doing? It doesn't do anything. It's actually taken away from what I'm supposed to be doing. And what I think I'm supposed to be doing on this earth is making financial concepts simple for regular people to understand. Really, that's what I'm supposed to be doing on this earth. I think. I don't know. I think, because I'm good at it. And if I'm not doing that, the bog is pulling me away from what I'm supposed to be doing. Because I can be a help to you. You don't have to pay me. You can just, hopefully YouTube doesn't ever ban me, but you just show up on YouTube. And I might say some stuff that's off-putting, but by and large, I'm going to say some stuff that you say, oh, that makes sense. I get it now. And that's a huge win for me, a huge win for you, but it's a huge win for humanity because it pulls you out of the bog. And for me, the bog is where we spend countless time just doing crap work to perpetuate to take away from what we're supposed to be doing. I don't know what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you're good at building greenhouses, and you can go as a part-time job right now. You're building greenhouses for Grammy and Grampy, and you can say, something, I'm gonna be doing this full time, but I can't because I'm worried about my job and blah blah blah. And maybe all of a sudden I show up with a video that says, man, stop worrying so much. You're like, I could go build greenhouses for Grammy and Grampy so they can create their own fresh food that doesn't require a whole lot of income, and on top of that gets them outside, getting the vitamin D, breathing the fresh air, seeing the beauty of God's abundance, and not buying freaking fruit and vegetables that have been shipped overseas. Yeah, baby, that's what you're supposed to be doing, and you can still get paid. I still get paid when people hire me for financial consulting. You can still get paid for building greenhouses. I don't know what it is. Maybe you're supposed to be a fishing guide down there in freaking Pensacola. You're like, I can show people the glories of God's abundance in the ocean. I don't know what it is. I don't think you're supposed to be sitting in the cube analyzing insurance freaking prospectuses in terms of, I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. I've literally no idea. For me, I know what's sitting in a cube, but I had to sit in the cube originally to get the skill set to where I am today. That's the thing, amigos. You got to learn somehow. You can't just wake up one day at 23, so I'm going to go tell people how to freaking be financial secure. That doesn't make any sense. You don't have enough experience. You got to have experience to be able to tell people what they should and should not be doing, or at least to give them a kick in the pants. So it takes time. So you got to live in the bog for 20 years or so. Hopefully you don't take on more debt while you're in the bog, because then you'll never escape the bog. You got to live in it. You serve the bog, allow it to serve you, and then one day you can wake up and say, I'm out of here. I'm going to go do what I'm supposed to do on this earth. So the first 20 years of your life, you're just getting by. You're a kid. You're not figuring things out. Maybe the first 25 years, we'll say that. Like for me, I got the Army at 22, so I was told what to do from year 0 to year 22. From year 22 to 25, I was still in college. You know what I'm saying? So I still kind of told what to do. All right. So we'll just use me for example. The first 25 years of my life, I was told what to do. The next 25 years of life, I was learning what to do in terms of, sacrificing my soul to the bog but as a joint trade-off. I was trading it off so that way I could learn from the bog how to teach people how to escape the bog. You see what I'm saying? Because I could not have learned that at 25. And I was able to escape at 47 as opposed to 50, but still, simplicity runs. Maybe 25. It might be 20 for you, 20, another 20 for you. I don't know what it is. But for me, I needed those 20 odd years inside the bog to learn how to help you escape the bog. All right. And as such, I hope this is still coming through. I'm driving through, so I did a tour of Georgia today. Georgia's just freaking beautiful, dude. I mean, right now I just got through. I went through. I started this morning in Vidalia, Georgia, cute little town, Vidalia, Georgia. Then I came up through Gray, Georgia, which is right outside Macon. Took a right, came over to Milledgeville, which is where the Georgia College and State University is, GCSU, Milledgeville. Freaking beautiful little town. Freaking South Georgia is way too flat for me. Deep South Georgia. I was down there in Blackshear. Didn't do anything for me, but I mean, it's wonderful people. Everyone I talked to is just freaking polite and nice as can be. It's just a hodgepodge of, blacks and whites and some Spanish people, mostly blacks and whites. Everyone's just very, very friendly. It's the South, dude. The Southern people are friendly. Northern people are friendly too once you get to know them, but they're not quite as endearing right on the front end. Southern people very much are. But anyway, so then now I'm going through. Then I went through Milledgeville. Now I'm going to go through Madison, Monroe, and head on home. So I've been doing a tour of Georgia, like South Georgia. I started in Athens, see my daughter. Chloe and I went for lunch, then went through a bunch of towns around there, down to Augusta. Augusta doesn't do anything for me, my friends. And then I kept going south to Blackshear, and I stopped at a couple other towns. But up here it's just fantastic. Love it. Anyway, so it took me 25 years, all right, to escape the bog. And I'm still in the bog. We're all in it. You can't fully escape because the bog is this society, this culture, and it's everywhere, man. It's not just the United States. It's going to be everywhere you are. But when you're in the bog wants to make things more difficult. He wants to give you, whatever it is, they, them, I don't know, fluid, the bog's fluid. They want to give you frustration. They want to make it more difficile. Does difficile mean difficult in Spanish? I don't think it does it? What does facile mean? Fake? I don't know. I'm a Spanish speaker too. I should know these things, right? As a native Spanish speaker. But anyway, I was born in Tampico, Mexico. Never been to Tampico. Would love to go to Tampico, Mexico one day. And we had neighbors who moved up from Tampico when we lived in Bernie, Texas. And they had to deal with the cartels as they're fleeing Tampico, not with like everything on their back. It was a little bit more organized than that. But there's like apps that showed you where the cartels were, holding up traffic and whatnot. And so anyway, they got out of there, and just wonderful, wonderful people. Anna Lucia was a daughter's name that my daughter was best. I don't know, yeah, probably best friends. Anna Lucia. They had come over a couple times to eat with us, and he was an engineer. Just freaking loved those guys. Oh my god, they love, just so freaking Mexicans, you guys, I love Mexicans kick ass and take names. Anyway, I love those guys. They're from Tampico. Anyway, what was I saying? So if the bog is making your life more difficult, that's a sign that you're getting, dude, can I get every single light here? Oh boy, it's like I'm driving through Gwinnett County. Look at me, your old buddy Josh. Got stuck at one light, now I'm getting stuck at them all, man. I think this guy right here with a freaking next to me, and a Jaguar with a pink freaking dice on the windows. It's a freaking magnet for red lights. Oh boy. Anyway, so if the bog is making your life more difficult for whatever, that's a sign to back up and make it simple. Simplicity is divine. Simplicity is divine. Yeah. So whatever it is, back up and make your life more freaking simple. That's what you got. Oh, there's a cop, so I'm glad that, look at that, dude. Your old buddy Josh. That cop right there? I think so. I might have been flying by that guy. So look at that. Is that serendipity? I don't know if that's considered quite serendipity, but man, it's Eatonton Police. He was after me because he said, Josh, you're so handsome. You guys share that handsomeness with your pearly yellows and my dyed hair. Some guy said I was dyeing my hair. Why would I ever, dude, I'm married. Why would I dye my hair, for heaven's sake? My wife's not going anywhere, and trust me, it ain't because I'm all that attractive. She's like, I got one shot at a dude. I already picked my dude. It ain't another shot. That's all there is to it. So all you guys out there thinking you're going to poach my wife, she ain't having it. And trust me, she's not gender fluid or fluid in that regard either. She's like, nah, have my share of men with my husband. Don't need another one. All right, it's a one-trick pony for her and men. Let's just put it that way. She goes, I don't need anything else. That's for sure. And she's raising 2 boys as well. She goes, I got enough to worry about with boys and men. I don't need another guy coming into this relationship later on. So don't worry, dude. I don't need to dye my hair in order to impress my wife. She's like, I don't care. You can have freaking, you can have a freaking zit growing out of your shoulder. I'm still not gonna be poached by another dude. You know why, Josh? Why, honey? AI wife? Why AI Charlotte? Because I don't want anything to do with men. And she's not a feminist either, let me tell you that way. In fact, it's funny because some of my conspiracy theories she started to come full circle on, which kind of cracks me up. I don't want to say much more, but let's just say the various conspiracy theories about the moon, the India landing, it's fun. So I enjoy that stuff about conspiracy theories, but don't enjoy it so much that all you're doing is doing the research about conspiracy. Or I don't even care what it is. All you're doing is doing the research about Trump versus Biden. All you're doing is doing the research about how, I'm going to show this guy how wrong he is about his politicals, about socialism versus Marxism versus... Don't. It doesn't freaking matter. What does that do to make your life simple? Simplicity is divine, man. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Do that for me, man. If it's making your life more difficult, especially when it comes to financial planning, it's not something that you want to engage in. That's why I love the Wellington Fund so much. And I get emails all the time. My man Tony just emailed me yesterday, and he wants to pay me, and he's already paid me this year. I said, nah, man. It's like, should I do Wellington Fund? I said, that's what I love about the Wellington. It's so flippin' simple. 65% in blue chip dividend paying stocks, 35% in high quality bonds is great. Managed by Vanguard for 25 basis points fees. It's great. That's just so easy. Put in Wellington, have some cash, done. But now that Wellington has gone, jumped the shark, and again, have they really? I don't know. Are they appeasing the World Economic Foundation? I don't know. I don't care. But it's like, I don't want them to manage my money. I'll tell you that right now. Oh man. All right, so here we go. Passing McGee. What are we doing? 60? I've been past a lot of people. I try not to go very fast. I don't need another speeding ticket. I got one coming from visit my mom up in Virginia, going through Greene County, Tennessee. As about last Thanksgiving or Christmas, I can't remember. But anyway, if it's making your life more difficult, that's the bog grinding on you, so you waste time saying, what if I do this? And I love my man Fritz Gilbert, you know what I'm saying, the Retirement Manifesto, and he enjoys his bucket stuff. I get that. He enjoys it, and he's got a good brain for that stuff. For me, dude, I'm like, dude, it pains me in terms of having all these moving parts. Some people like the moving parts. And if that's you, that's great. I don't like the moving parts. I like it simple. Like some people, like my wife, she can put stuff together 2 seconds flat. You give her a freaking IKEA thing, done. Give me an IKEA thing, I'll be like 90 before I'm dead, before I put that thing together, because it literally pains me to just look at directions. But they have pictures. I'm a visual person. The pictures don't do anything for me. I'm like, dude, I can't put this together. You know why? Because it makes my head hurt. It makes me miserable. I don't like it. So what you're doing doesn't make you so if you're doing something that's difficult, it's probably not going to be something you like. You know what I'm saying? And again, difficult. Digging ditches, putting holes in the ground for plants is difficult, but I like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's something that's difficult. Can I pass this guy or what? Oh boy, do I got him? Yes, I do. All right, let's get this guy here. We're gonna get him. If it's something that makes you, this guy's up fast, so speeds up. Oh. If it's something that makes your life more difficult and you enjoy it, all right, if you enjoy it, even if it, let me put it this way, if it's difficult work and you enjoy it, like I like being out in the garden, I like digging ditches, I like that, putting trees in the ground, all this, that's fun for me. It's difficult, but it's fun. I do not like looking at things to put together for building freaking, I don't know, what did we put together the other day? A freaking raised bed, even though it's basically, paint by numbers. But I don't like it. Or my Traeger grill. Oh, gosh. I was like, dude, I'm going to be like Homer Simpson when he put together his grill. Oh, that's classic. That's your buddy Josh right there. If you ever seen the Google or YouTube Homer puts together a grill. Oh, that is literally me right there. So if it's difficult and you enjoy it, that's one thing. If it makes your life more difficult and you don't enjoy it, dude, that's the bog grinding on you, man. That's the bog. Now, sometimes you have to do it so that way you can get enough sense, get enough skill set, enough money so you can escape the bog. You can't inherently. I had to go in the Army. I had to go in the infantry. I had to do all that crap. I hated it. But I had to do it in order to escape the bog. I did not know I was doing that at that point. I did not know that it would lead me to where I am today. But I do not want to engage in stuff that's more difficult, that makes me miserable, unless I absolutely, unequivocally have to. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to do a lot of this stuff because in terms of putting stuff together, I got my wife. In terms of I could hire somebody else to do other stuff, like I do not like mowing my lawn anymore. I thought for sure I'd never hire people to mow my lawn. Now I'm like, dude, I don't want to do that anymore because I don't like it. And if I don't like it and it makes my life more difficult, I'm going to try to get away from that. I want to go towards things I enjoy, which means there might be difficult things I enjoy, but I'm going to go towards that. And also, I like simplicity. Keep it simple, stupid. If you're engaging in difficult things that are confusing and you don't like it, that's the bog, dude. The bog's like, come on, baby, come on. Waste your time doing this menial task. You're like, but I want to do something else. That's the bog, pulling you away from what you're supposed to be doing on this earth. Again, if I remember, I'll put this link in the show notes. Watch my man Matt's video. All right, love your thoughts. We'll see you.